using practically every trigger warning under the sun, and for its infamous ending. The show is gut-wrenching from start to finish. While its genre is up for debate, there's no doubt that it's heavily influenced shonen and shoujo alike, and is practically the equivalent of a classic in the BL genre. To many fans, the most heartfelt and equally heartbreaking part of Banana Fish is the bond between its two main characters, Ash Lynx and AJ Okamura. The way, and I say attempt because for writing this well done, it's hard to put your feelings into words. All you can do is feel it, resounding in your chest, but in this case, looking at them again brings back a sense of overwhelming love and dread, and all these flashbacks, and it's really something I can't describe unless you've also seen Banana Fish, and you understand the jump scares and war flashbacks you get whenever you see either of them. Obviously, it's spoilers for Banana Fish. On the outside, you could see why AshEiji would be a popular ship. I mean, they've got the opposite color schemes, opposite personalities, star-crossed lovers, domestic scenes, hurt comfort, angst, lots of it. But what specifically makes their relationship so emotionally impactful even after leaving the show? Aside from with the freaking eye shot, which is not only extremely queer and parallels Renga, but also very symbolic. Ash recognizing that he and AJ are from different worlds, and AJ knows how to fly and hope, and he doesn't want AJ to be killed or dragged into his world, which serves as a conflict for the rest of the series that he goes back and forth on. There's of course the iconic semi-romantic kiss scene that they have when they're in jail, and yes, they go to jail, or Ash does. I say semi-romantic because it's technically meant to be a distraction so that Ash can slip a note into AJ's mouth, but come on, Ash is a smart guy, he totally could have found plenty of other ways to pass that message. Considering how he beat up a guy for trying to touch him literally 5 minutes before this happens, it's pretty clear the show keeps hammering in the fact that Ash only trusts AJ to touch him in any way. And it's not just these two scenes either, but a lot of their scenes showcase that other people's reactions to the fact that Ash trusts AJ so much. Also, I'm just saying, the first time Ash tries to get AJ to go back to Japan for his sake felt so reminiscent of a breakup scene. AJ, I need to sort my feelings out, and Ibe comforting him afterwards as he's crying, and Max walking in on Ash drinking afterwards. It's like the two parental figures of the two are comforting them after having to separate. Like, come on. They don't actually separate. Part of what makes this ship feel so three-dimensional is not only the individual characters' development and slow relationship development, is the fact that within the relationship development are these many other sub-developments, like Ash opening up, or Ash going from "you need to protect yourself" to "I'll protect you with my life." Also, in this scene where Ash says "I'll protect you" and "never leave my side," right after he told AJ to go right back to Japan, AJ's eyes quiver, which can mean a character is on the verge of tears, either to indicate extreme anxiety, happiness or relief, or love, or a combination of both. This scene here with AJ's like, "if I ever lose you, I'll go crazy," and Ash looking shocked because his whole life he's always felt like someone to be used and thrown away, and is so shocked to hear that he'll be missed. And this random guy named Alex is just watching them, totally knowing what's up, and Ash is like, "protect my love, I mean friend," and he's like, "yeah, sure," and AJ calls out, "I'll be waiting for you forever," which just hurts my soul knowing how the show ends. We gotta talk about the scene where Ash really opens up to AJ, and the music and lighting is so good. Ash was basically forced to kill his close friend Shorter, and this causes him to reevaluate grand gestures, and that's beautiful. That shot at the end is so beautiful as well. You also have domestic scenes like the pumpkin date and others that really showcase what we could have had. It's in scenes like this where, even though they're not saying anything too explicitly romantic, their dialogue sounds like dialogue people who are married would say. I'm not even kidding, just listen to how they talk. They talk like they're together, and it's insane. The fact that after their first fight, AJ's like, "oh yeah, I need to apologize to your boss because we just had a fight," and they're like, "you fought with the boss?" Or other scenes where the gang's reacting like, "you got to touch him," or "you could." Also, this first major hugging scene is significant because there's a shot of AJ standing on his tiptoes to hug Ash, which is adorable, but what's even more significant is the fact that AJ presses himself really close, and that's a romantic hug. Hugs can be platonic, but usually platonic hugs are 3 seconds long, and the two individuals stand a few inches apart. But here they're pressed fully together, and Ash actually reciprocates and pulls him even closer to him. Not only is that really sweet, but it kind of shows how pure their relationship is. So many of their scenes feature a sunset. Like, sunsets are so commonly used in romantic settings, and the Banana Fish soundtrack always plays these soft melodies whenever they're together. Like,
そばにいてくれともう一度言わせたいのか。なんだよ。
気分いいな。もう一回言ってよ。
冗談じゃねえ。ああ、腹減った。飯食うぞ。
いいじゃないか。減るもんじゃなし。
いい加減にしろ。
Also, the ending of the show, Red, its ending, its lyrics, and its visuals, the light is always centered around AJ. You'd think they'd be a Sun-X-Moon pairing, but Aslan literally means sunrise, yet AJ is also perceived as light, so it's kind of like they both see each other as the light, and something about that is just so beautiful. There's a gentle nature on the outside. No wonder AJ's managed to live despite getting kidnapped all the time. The fact that Ash goes through an endearing way when they're eating hot dogs is very cute. Look at the body language. Ash walks very close behind him and even grabs him in public after apologizing for yelling at him, out of worry. Just watch this scene and tell me this is not married couple behavior. I'll wait.
過ぎてんだぞ。そんなんでよく生き延びてこられたな。せっかく朝飯作ったんだ。1でも起こしてやる。シャワーを浴びれば目が覚めるよ。パンツ脱ぐの忘れないように。うん。ほら、君の好きなエビとアボカドのサラダだぜ。食事をすれば目が覚める。待ってな。今ミルク出してやるから。これでどうだ。5分で朝食だからな。
The fact that he'd shoot himself in the head to save AJ, I can't.
と誓うよ。できる？起こせよ。あんな奴のためになんでそんな簡単なんだ。幸福なんだ。この世に少なくともただ一人だけは何の見返りもなく俺を気にかけてくれる人間がいるんだ。もうこれ以上ないくらい俺は幸福でたまらないんだ。
だがそれではお前は破滅するしかない。
偽物に囲まれて生きるよりずっといい。あいつを殺さないでくれ。お願いだ。あいつを傷つけないでくれ。頼む。
お前はそこまで。
They both always ask if the other's okay every single time they're hospitalized, which is a lot. And the side characters plus the dad figures are always so shocked and definitely know what's going on. The fact that both Ash and AJ prayed to God about keeping the other safe hurts. Ash's is heart-wrenching knowing the ending.
彼を守ってください。お願いだ。どうかあいつを連れて行かないでください。
アッシュに伝えてくれないか。
神様、
命を大切に。どこにいようと君の幸運を祈ってると。
代わりに。
Got it, Cinderella? The magic will fade at 12. The fact that Bianca says that to Ash is insane. They are not subtle. Can't forget the scene where Max teases him about AJ. Like, the dad figures know what's up. First time they see each other versus the last time they see each other, just, ooh.
やっぱりそうか。
ガキだなあんた。話聞きたいんだろ。いいぜ。
じゃあやめろ。オウナ
The sayonaras too.
次は別れの挨拶ね。さよなら。
さよなら。さよなら。
さよならと 君はそう言ったんだね。そんな日本語教えなきゃよかった。さよならアメリカ、さよならニューヨーク。でも君にさよならは言わないよ、アッシュ。僕らはきっと会える。どんなに遠く離れていても。
It's said that true unconditional love is letting the other go. AJ's letter that he had to learn specifically to write in American cursive after learning how to speak English, and the personal touches hurt. The fact that even throughout that episode when Ash is convinced AJ would be better off without him, seeing that in the plane ticket makes him change his mind. My soul is always with you, soulmates. The fact that they're on opposite sides initially, opposite ends of the globe with language barriers, and yet they still form such a strong connection with very little explicitly romantic moments is crazy. It's all in the development and the bigger picture here. Garden of Light existing, and AJ going crazy after Ash's death after 10 years, and him avoiding the library or cutting his hair, since that's the last thing Ash touched and would symbolize moving on. I'm not okay after finishing this show. The official art is fruitier than a fruit salad. The fact that they're holding hands in one of them too. It's not even just the anime art making it more gay than the original. The original version was arguably gayer. Look at this shit. This is by the author of the original manga, by the way. The author herself. Even though censorship and the fact that they call each other friends exists, neither the manga or anime did a good job of making them feel subtle. And they very well could have if they wanted to. I mean, that happens in like every shonen ever. If they really wanted to portray two characters who see themselves as just friends or brothers or something like that, these scenes would feel a lot different. I don't think I'll ever find a ship more emotionally impactful, devastating, or soul-crushing as this ship. I've seen some angsty ships and angsty fandoms, but they all pale in comparison to this. This show gave me trauma. I literally will get sad if I get jump scared and see these two anywhere. I'll be scrolling on Pinterest and I'll just see a picture of Ash and I'll just be like, nope, I can't do this. I can't listen to Red or watch any AMVs without crying, which is saying a lot because I never cry when I watch things. Part of what makes the ending so depressing is the fact that the end was in sight and Ash was so close to finally having the happy ending he deserved. And he chose for his last moment to be reading AJ's letter, so that he'd die surrounded by AJ's words and hope in his heart when he can't be near him. Don't even get me started on what most likely happened afterwards, or the fact that AJ never got to say sayonara because he thought he'd see him again, and what the funeral was probably like. I can't do this anymore. This is why I only revisit AshEiji once a year. Goodbye.
Ash! しっかりしてエイジ早く救急車を。分かった。アッシュ無事だった。よかった。エイジ